My outreach team was in Azerbaijan and Georgia.
Of Tibet and Thailand.
We went into Burma for a border hop.
Working in an orphanage in Georgia.
Work in Azerbaijan and Georgia.
Outreach was like fantastic. 2 months wasn't long enough.
In Thailand, I got to minister to a 1.5-year-old little boy. He was on the beach naked, and he had no mom or dad, and they wanted to give the little boy to me to take home with me. And he was hungry and thirsty, and so we got to give him food and water and buy clothes for him. Living with an Azerbaijani family for a month, it was really hard because you couldn't communicate with them, but the skills that we learned in trying to use body language to communicate with them was amazing, and we learned a lot more about the culture.
During outreach, we got to really step out in faith and put God's promises to the test. Like, how do we know if God really is good? Well, it's by actually, reading your Bible and by living out the promises that God says. When He says He will never leave you or forsake you, you don't really know that until you actually start living the life, start being a disciple of Jesus, start following Him, trusting in Him.
I was working in an orphanage in Georgia because we went to Azerbaijan and Georgia. And I don't really like kids very much, so it was really hard for me. But at the orphanage, I pretty much just fell in love with all the kids there. That's kind of a big step for me because I never really liked them. So it was just really cool to have the love of Jesus for children. It was really neat to experience the different cultures of Tibet and Thailand. And in Thailand, we did a lot of open airs. It turned out to be one of my favorite parts. We would see fruit almost every time we went out, and yeah, God used our dramas and dances in ways that we could not have imagined. Especially this one teacher of an English camp, our drama really impacted her, and she couldn't stop talking about it. And so we knew that drama had to be divine.
We picked up trash on the beach, and not only did we impact ourselves because it was an act of service, we impacted the people around us, not by talking about Jesus, not by doing dramas or singing, but just by serving the people and serving the land and blessing it like Jesus would do.
We got to work with an orphanage in Georgia, and I absolutely fell in love with the kids there. And I actually fell in love with a little girl named Asha. She was the most amazing kid I've ever seen, and it was awesome to have an opportunity to love on kids that never experienced the kind of love that we've had our whole life.